Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. You know, everything that stops you from accomplishing all of your goals is 100% fear-based. But what's at the root of fear? A belief. Alright, so I have my e-course that is Breakthrough Fear, and it starts with the fact that fear is a fabricated emotion. Fear is a belief. It's an emotion based on a belief that there's a threat somewhere that you believe is a threat to you personally, to your safety, to whatever it is that you believe needs to be protected. Most of those beliefs come from other people, right? We don't come up with this stuff by ourselves. We're so convinced that it's true that we will sit and argue our points till the cows come home. Speaking of cows, there's a lot of cows out here. You know, this world is a beautiful, beautiful place. So I have a question for you, is that what's fueling your fear? What is it that keeps you up at night? What is it that you're doubting? Why do you think that I have any more power than you? Where did that come from? We are all equal. We are all equal. I want you to know that when I do all of these manifesting videos, I want to keep drilling it through your mind that you absolutely have the power of the universe flowing through you, and everything around you that you see and that you don't see is intelligent. It's all communicating at all times. That's a little scary because there is no thought that goes unnoticed. You are always manifesting. People say, well, how many times do I have to say this to manifest whatever? And I'm thinking they're really not understanding quantum physics, and that is, it's all of the thought and the beliefs behind all of that stuff you're doing that's manifesting. It's not the thing you're doing. It's not the thought that you switch over to. It's what you're believing about that. Now, I have you do the 3-second manifestation because it gets you off of a thought really quick that's negative and onto a positive one, to the point where you probably won't even have the negative thought anymore. And that's you conditioning your brain to start to operate differently until you condition yourself to be what is very different than what we have been conditioned to be, and that's fearful, disempowered human beings that are automatons working our butts off, struggling for money all the time, thinking that there's an elite out there that has something better than we do, or is more talented or smarter or had more privilege. It's just not true. For every person that you think has privilege, I'll show you somebody that came from the depths of the worst possible situation and became something amazing. I know one of the top brain surgeons in the company is a black man from, I think, the Bronx. Is it the Bronx? He's from a very, very tough area in New York, and didn't have a father, broke, and became a brain surgeon. And he proved that there was nothing that was going to stop him from going after his dreams, and he did it. You just have to decide what your dream is, and you have to decide if you're going to achieve that dream, or if you're going to allow anything that gets in your way, or anything or anybody that tells you anything different, to stop you. Oh, that's it, it's not going to work. It doesn't work, this doesn't work. Well, there you go, that's what you're manifesting. So this 3-second manifestation that I have you do is trying to get you to change how you operate unconsciously all the time. You're always thinking on some level, unless you're awakened, then you have no thoughts at all, which is amazing. But when you're thinking, catch yourself and say, what am I thinking about? Most of the time it's something that's happened in the past, that just silly stuff, and it's usually not positive, right? Most of the time it's easier for us to go to that space, and because we've been told to be fearful all the time. You do not have to fear anything anymore. You can change that belief so that fear doesn't even exist. Fear is the only thing that stops you from achieving your goals. And you can say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. I'll say, okay, then you can't. Great. Is that what you want to live your life like? I'm not here to change your mind. If that's what you want to choose, then that's what the universe says. Yes, okay, granted. What is your order to the universe? Is there fear behind it? I won't achieve it. I'm not smart enough. Okay, whatever. So when you guys write me and you say, well, I doubt, and then, or I want something, or I said, okay, there you go. There's your manifestation. What do you want me to do about it? I have no control over that, because you have free will to choose whatever you want. Those of you who want ex-husbands and wives back, why? It's not working. Definitely wasn't working for them if they broke up with you. What part of that don't you understand? What part of that don't you realize is an opening for you to create something really beautiful? An opening to find that perfect person. But you're hanging on to something. Your ego wants it to be different and fights it. And your message to the universe is that this is the only way it can be. Therefore, you will remain alone and unhappy, and that person's going to be off doing amazing things because they've moved on and you haven't. Why does it have to be that person? Why does it have to be the way you want it to be? When you ask for the positive, wonderful things of the universe, ask for that things that are best and highest for you, so you can have the beautiful relationship, you can have the love, you can have the abundance. Allow it to come in the format that's going to be best for you. If you guys want to win the lottery, guess what? You're up against other manifestations that go against what you want. So the collective contributes to that. Why not ask for abundance? And ask for that which is highest and best for you. Most people that win the lottery destroys them. Is that what you want? Why don't you allow the universe to work with you, which is highest and best? And that's the part that we don't really get to see, that we are actually orchestrating on the other side as our highest selves. I know, that's a little weird, but you are actually totally conscious on the other side making decisions. But only if this part of your energy here is allowing it, asking for it, working with it, believing it. Totally letting go. Letting go is the toughest thing to do. If you can't, your ego's still operating, and you have to ask yourself why. What part of this do you need to control? It's not working so far, right? If it's not working, well, why would you hang on to something? So, can you let all of this go? I mean, most people have to get to the darkest depths of hell to go, you know what? This isn't working. I'm done. I'm done. Eckhart Tolle did that. Boom! Awakening. Oh, finally, you gave up. Now we're going to give you something really beautiful. Peace. Awakening. The heaven on earth that you have not been seeking. You've been very unhappy with your circumstances and not accepting them. And now you finally gave up. Now you don't have to struggle with it anymore. You got it. Bing! And now look at what he has. He's probably an extremely wealthy man, but he doesn't really care about that. You know why? Because he is awakened and he's in such peace that none of that has the same meaning. And that's the best place to be. So start with the relinquishing, the fear, and asking yourself what that belief behind it is. And understand that nobody can do anything for you. No one. And that all the unseen is operating right now with you. Highly intelligent. There is no thought that is hidden from the universe. None. So you can fake it all you want, but the truth is, if you don't believe it, then neither does the universe. It's only a reflection of who and what you are and believe. You have the power to change all of it. This is a difficult task. We have been given this task and opportunity at this time so that we can change the frequency of this planet, and that's our number one goal over getting the stuff. When you relinquish it, you will get stuff, you'll get everything, joy, peace. It's going to take on a completely different meaning. If you guys are in an awakened state, you already know this, you know what I'm talking about. God bless you, keep it going. Because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Join me, my friends. We're going to start doing weekly prayer groups. I'm probably going to do it every Saturday, and we're going to try and get more and more people to do it, and we're going to raise the frequency of the planet. And you watch what happens. Crime rates are going to go down. All kinds of things are going to occur. And because you're a part of that collective energy, raising the frequency, you will participate in that higher, let's say, consciousness that's going to take you into the split of the higher, let's say, frequency of the new earth and beyond. And that can be wonderful. And here's the beauty of it. So many beautiful people will benefit from that. Even those in the darkest depths of the lowest frequencies will be affected by it in a positive way. And they're just going to have to join us at some point. Let's bless them. Your whole perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.